This is a famous asterism / constellation known as the Little Dipper or Ursa Minor. And this right here is the North Star called Polaris, or the Pole Star. And this is very special because no matter what time of the year it is, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, you should be able to see Polaris. And here's how you find it. If you could see the Big Dipper, then you look at these two pointer stars, Merak and Dubhe, and you follow it as it points to Polaris. So you take the two pointer stars and it points to Polaris, and then you could find the Little Dipper. But again, why is this important in astronavigation? It's because, again, all year round, Polaris and the Little Dipper is going to stay around the same spot. And Polaris itself, that star, the North Star, is going to stay at the same spot all year round. So this GIF right here represents a year going by. So if you go out at the same time every night and take a picture and make a GIF, this is what you would see for 1 year. So how does this work? Recall that the North Pole is the top of the axis on which Earth rotates, and right above the North Pole, or that axis, is the pole star, or Polaris. And that's why Polaris stays in the same spot all year round. And here's a bonus method. If you take a stick and you put it on the ground, it's going to cast a shadow. The first shadow is going to be right here. So at the edge of the stick's shadow, you would put something like a rock. And then you would wait about 10, 15, 20 minutes, and the sun is going to come over here and the shadow is going to move. You put a second rock or whatever right here. And then you take a step where the toes are right here and the heel is back here. And then if you extend your right arm, that's due north. And if that's north, you could figure out the other directions, north, east, south, and west. Something else to note is that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. And so there's a saying, evening shadows point east. So if it's evening, then the sun is at the west side, and all the shadows are going to point in the easterly direction. And the opposite's true in the morning. And in the afternoon, around 11, 12, 1 o'clock, the shadows will be smaller, but the sun will be in the south, in the northern hemisphere at noon.